Happy Monday, Big Blue Nation. It's your boy BC, Big Mike in the house. My boy Jimmy Jam.
Jimmy Jam.
21. I know you out there. He wasn't able to make it. The other member of the Four Horsemen, but we here, and the show must go on.
Oh, it
What's
is.
up? What's up?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I'm good. Thank you guys for coming on with me tonight. I appreciate it. I always like you guys when you guys are on with me. It makes the show. Hey, it makes it. Oh, 1 second. I know what I got to do. Oh my goodness, I'm getting that echo off of that. What the world? I'm right here. What? Right here? Man, I'm all over the place, guys. Excuse me for that. But anyway, ain't nobody on yet, so there's one person. Man, I totally, I totally messed that up. So hopefully I can navigate that as we go through the show. But what's going on, BBN guys? Good. Thank you guys for joining us. It means a lot to us that you guys are here tonight. We're gonna have a fun show. So look, if you're just here tonight just to completely talk about what's going on with Kentucky, well, we're gonna throw one or two things in there, maybe not related to Kentucky. But we're gonna have a fun show. So hope you guys participate, watch the show fully, and look, don't forget, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button on your way in and on your way out if you didn't already. It means a lot to me. But I appreciate you guys joining me. Our first guest tonight goes to Lady Bass. Appreciate you joining in, ma'am.
Man.
Always welcome to have you. Jimmy, what's going on with you?
Rick
Hey,
Brown.
everything's going good. I'm back on here.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to
Jill.
be back. And yeah,
It feels good. Hey, Jimmy, prayers out for your mom, man. I definitely, for her recovery, and I hope she feels better. But she's definitely in our thoughts. So it is good to have you back as well, too. So before we going to get started talking about UK, I don't think BC has seen this yet. And I hope I don't mess this up too much. But I want to show something, and I want to see what BC thinks about it. And then we'll get on with the show as well. So BC, I want to see your reaction, and I want to I want to see your reaction, and I want to see what you think of, because you just watched the video.
All right.
I think that's I think that's hope I can put this back where it needs to be at. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, like, is that
What they doing?
it's damn showing that they spanked Kentucky in their own house
yeah.
with the belt. Did you see the belt?
I heard they
Okay.
was using belts.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Was acting like they was spanking us.
After the ball game. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Hey, it's
I got a
it's
feeling I know what
nothing-
you gonna say.
It's nothing. It's not a lie.
Yeah.
No,
It happened.
Is that disrespectful though? In our own house like that?
Well, when you it's disrespectful what they did on the court.
Yeah.
Or when you lose, when you lose, that's what happens.
That didn't make much of a sense of doing something like that. But yeah, what they did to us on the court, and we lost by 16. That hurts more than what they just did there in the sidelines.
So I guess I got a
happens.
question. So I guess I got a question for you, BC.
What's up?
Is this a true saying? If you don't want them doing it, beat them.
I'm old school. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you don't want nobody coming in doing stuff like that on your
Yeah.
court. You gotta handle it.
Yeah.
That should give you motive. That's something that Mark Pope. You tell your players, look at that right there.
Yeah.
They don't go to the locker room.
Yeah.
Just look what they're doing to give you motivation.
Yeah.
They the best in the SEC. That right there should be motivation. Like, look, they up there got belts out,
Yeah.
said that they just whipped y'all.
Yeah.
Like old school butt whoopings from
Yeah.
your mom and daddy. So I
Is
don't
that
have no problem with it.
is it? Do you think that's something that Kentucky would do though, or do you think we have more class than that?
Well, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't either.
I
would
wouldn't
not
do it
do it.
because
No.
it's a thing called karma.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, it
So
comes back and
but
get
when
you. Yeah,
but when somebody
And
else
it-
do it,
Yeah.
it just gives you drive and
it
motivation.
should be. Yeah. Brett. Brett throws up and says, it would be really interesting to see how this team could have done if we stayed healthy. Do you think that would have happened if we had our whole squad, BC? I guess at this
But
particular point, yeah,
it's like I said, Mike, before. It
yeah,
wasn't like that when Jackson and Butler got hurt, we started losing games.
okay,
We were losing games where they were healthy.
okay,
So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if they're healthy or not healthy. You have to be good defensively. And us as a team that's not as athletic as other teams, we gotta be fundamentally sound, not turning the ball over and making free throws and rebounding. So it's yeah, health is an issue,
yeah,
but when we were healthy, we lost games.
yeah,
It wasn't like
Yeah.
we was like, only lost 2 games, then Jackson Robinson and Butler got hurt, then we start losing.
So let me ask you this question. Considering the first of the year, I think it was Auburn who had the plane issue where they had guys on the flight who got into an argument. They had to turn the plane around and take some guys back home. Is this who Auburn is? Is just a team of, just that? I mean, look, they had a guy score 30 points, only averages 10 points a ball games. They shot well that night. I mean, don't get me wrong, against Auburn, they shot well that night, but did they really shoot well, or did UK really play bad?
Well, that's like I always said, Mike. It's when you got Kentucky there,
Yeah,
it don't matter if Auburn's the number one team in the country,
yeah,
number one seed. When you go and play Kentucky, you
Yeah.
want to beat them. They haven't won in Rupp in a long time.
yeah.
So
That's
if they
true.
beat Alabama, they would never done that. If they beat Missouri or any other team, they would never done that. But it's Kentucky, man. It's Kentucky. It's a whole new different vibe. When you beat Kentucky, you start feeling yourself.
Well, I hope. I definitely think Carver's going to come back. I hope so. I don't
So
bring
it
up that
should
word.
be, so
Yeah,
it should be motivation. It would be motivation for me. Like, oh, look, what? Okay, all right.
and see that even
Let's do
even after how they played Saturday, that would be playing all over the practice arena when we practice, and it would be loud too, and it would just be on loop. Forever how long we practiced that day, that video would be on loop, and everybody would be required to always look up and look at it and be reminded how this felt. But I mean, when I seen it, being an athlete in a sense, if you don't want it to happen, beat the team. But I ain't gonna lie, man, I felt a little offended about it. I did. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess have some class, I guess. But once again, just like you guys just said, if you don't want it to happen, then win the ball game.
Well, my people get offended, choose
Yeah,
to.
yeah, that's
So
true.
you can use it
Yeah,
as motivation,
yeah,
or you can just be offended.
yeah. Stuart Taylor said Harvard hasn't won in Rups in 37 years. Whew, 37 years in 88. Whew, wow. That's a long time ago, man. Since '88, that's for sure. I think we lost Jimmy there for a few minutes. Hopefully he'll come back in. '88, if I'm correct. I was 11 years old. Wow, yeah, I was young too.
Well, 88, yeah, I was like
Yeah.
10, 11.
Yeah, I was young. Yeah, I was a young whippersnapper.
whippersnapper.
I was whippersnapper.
Wet
I
behind
was
the ears.
for real. I was still playing pee-wee football in Lincoln. That's for sure.
You were killing people.
Yeah, let me see if I can get Jimmy back on here. Jimmy's back in right here. Let me see if I can pull him back into the screen. There you go, Jimmy. He's back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what was going on. Everything was freezing up, and yeah.
Well, it's good to have you back with us. So, yeah, man. So, Jackson, the news right now is the hot news is Jackson Robinson is done for the year.
Yes.
People are basically saying Kentucky's done. Jimmy, is Kentucky done because Jackson Robinson is out for the year and he's not coming back?
We're not done. It put a big kink in the armor. I'll tell you that. We're
Okay.
going to miss his, his leadership, his just being in the huddles, being in the locker rooms, everything. Yeah, we're going to miss all that. But this is the thing that, okay, these players just come together. let's do it for Jackson. Let's put
Yeah.
put a big JR on our uniforms and say, hey, we're going to do it for Kentucky, but we're going to do it for Jackson Robinson too. Let's go out and show, hey, we got heart. We are wounded, but
Yeah.
we are still going to be here and fight to the end.
What about you, BC? How does the season look now based off Jackson Robinson knowing he's not coming back for the year?
Guys got to step up.
Yep.
It's like we talked, yesterday, or whenever we went live.
Yeah.
I mean, what did the video?
Yeah.
When we found out that he was out for the rest of the year. Next man got to step up. Kobe, he's going to be in the spot. So I've been liking what I have been seeing from Kobe, being
Okay.
aggressive instead
Yeah.
of just sitting out there and living at the 3 point. But yeah, next man got to step up.
I think so too. And look, we have to imagine the we have to imagine Ortega will step up his game a little bit too in his absence. We can't, there's. I don't see where he comes out and plays. And first of all, I hope he has his head on right because he made such fouls the other against Auburn that is very uncharacteristics, and I hope he has that out of his system. It was kind of like whatever could go wrong in this ball game, just get it out of your system. You know what I'm saying? Before we move any farther, get this out of your system. And I hope coming in to the LSU game, which we play tomorrow, Tuesday night, I hope that we're able to go in there and everybody's locked in. Look, you just got your butt handed to you on at home. Surely you don't want LSU to come in there and do the same thing. We just got to do better, man. We got to do better. And look, Coach Pope admitted after the ball game is that he takes credit for not having the guys ready. How do you feel about Coach Pope not understanding to have these guys ready, BC?
Well, I think Coach Pope is just taking some of the pressure off the team.
Yeah.
I know he had them ready.
Yeah.
They just was outmatched.
Okay.
And now, that's like I said about the SEC going into March Madness, you've seen everything.
Yeah.
The SEC throws the whole house at you. The kitchen, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the attic.
Yeah.
You've seen everything. So I think it was Mark Pope's way of saying, hey, y'all guys, I had you ready. I had the game plan.
Yeah.
Y'all just got hit in the mouth. And when y'all got hit in the mouth, y'all didn't get back up.
And they didn't respond. I'm all in, and we'll talk about something about Pope here in a second too. I'm definitely all in on Pope. I think he's the right man here for the job. It was on the somebody can correct me. I don't have the full name. I can't think of it. What is it? The Sunday, was it the Sunday morning? With Jack Pilgrim and them, they do it on Sunday morning. And one of the main conversations was, I can't think of was it Sunday morning sports something? I can't remember. I know some of you guys out there, I know listen to it, but one of the main conversations was, is Coach Pope too nice? Jimmy, is Coach Pope too nice? And is it time for him to show more emotions?
Well, his demeanor in basically his whole coaching career is that he is a nice coach.
Okay.
I don't know if that is going to change when he's at Kentucky. I don't think it will, because he wants to make sure that when he represents the state of Kentucky and the head coaching job, that he's not going to make a fool of himself. He's not going to make him fool himself in the referees. Make sure that you take care of business when you're there as the head coach. Now there might be some times he gets a technical. He had a couple technicals at BYU. I don't know how many he had, but he did have some. So I'm not saying that he's going to have a perfect game every year and not have one or two technicals. So I hope he does get into their into their minds and say, hey, I don't need this. We don't need this. You don't need this. Let's
Yeah.
get this back on the same page, what we had when we started this season.
So I know Jimmy played in BC. I know you played too as well. As a player, did it do something to the team when the coach got attacked because he was protecting his team, or did it make a difference?
Well, it it doesn't matter if it can do something to you where you like, okay, let's go out and play. But
Yeah.
you still can get your butts kicked.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So go ahead, Jimmy.
No, go ahead, BC.
So I just Mike, it just bothers me when people say that Mark Pope's too nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I don't like trying to make people what they're not.
Okay. That makes sense.
And
Yeah.
it's almost
Yeah.
a damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, it's
Kyle
true.
Perry got it was a lot of people saying Kyle Perry screams too much.
Yeah.
But he's still so he's that. So it's whatever. If your players come out and they're ready to play, I don't care if you're nice. Dean Smith, I don't remember or even seen when Dean Smith got tech.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's about being who you are, and
Yeah.
that's who Mark Pope is. He's a steady, but we don't know what Mark Pope's doing in practice.
Yeah.
We don't know if
Yeah.
he's up in people's in his players' face or
Okay.
letting them know, which he probably doesn't do that.
Okay.
But that's like I always say, if you say the right things and you know what to say, you don't have to scream at nobody.
I got you. I got you. So he's probably one of those guys is to reprimand in private and praise in public. He's probably one of those kind of guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I just like genuine people. I want
Okay.
you to be who you are. I don't
Well-
want you to be what you're not. Because then you're
Yeah.
acting.
I got you. Well, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, a lot of people will say he's too soft. Some people will say, some people will say he just like you just said, BC. He's just right. He's just where he needs to be at. And just as Mike Dow just says, when he gets his recruits in, like he's going to have this year, then we'll really be able to really see a real test of who he is as a coach. But regardless of even waiting until next year, you still can't deny of what he had to do to get this team together in such a short period of time and what we have accomplished. Yeah, we lost 10 games. And, as a Kentucky fan, that's 9 games too many, to be honest. But overall, I still think it's a good year. And even though Jackson Robinson is out and he's not coming back this year, and we know that Chris is not coming back, I still say that we're a good ball club. And like we can see, and like it's been seen for years, any given night, you could be beat. And that goes for Kentucky beating some teams and Kentucky getting beat. But my biggest thing is looking forward to seeing, can we get past the first round of the NCAA tournament as well? Wow.
Yeah, it's just can we finish the year out? The
Yeah.
year's not even over.
Yeah. So
No. Yeah, you got 2 games left. I mean, we
Yep.
can't go. We can't go 0-2. We've got at least 1-1, if not 2-0.
okay. Wow, this is a pretty strong comment from this is Glenn Morris. Let me see what he said first as well. Keith Blackburn made a pretty strong statement. I'm honest. You just going from the Kentucky heart. I bet $1 million he will be gone by 2027. Woo.
He might if he be if he doesn't live up to the expectations, and like we always said
Yeah.
on this show, Mark Pope, he's in the pot on the stove.
Okay.
He could be gone the end of next year.
But that's just 2 years though, bro.
That's 2
That's
years.
just 2 years. Come
The
on, you
Lexi was here
gotta you
for
gotta
2
give
years.
it. Yeah, that was a different story though. That was
Yeah.
a different story though.
Yeah.
You have got. I mean, if Mark Pope is doing his best, I mean, it was. I
I've seen
mean,
worse.
huh?
I done seen worse.
Well, I understand exactly, but I'm just saying. I mean, I can't imagine where 2027 or even the end of next year They'd be talking about, yeah, you out of here. I just that's
Really?
yeah, that's hard to see, bro. I mean, yeah,
So,
that's here in
so,
Kentucky, but
so,
it's hard to see.
so you think if we get beat first round in the March Madness,
Yeah.
then maybe get beat a second round in March Madness, and then the third year you get beat first round again, you think he gonna be around?
Ooh,
And with no SEC championships?
ooh, oh, that's
And see,
ooh,
that's why I'm saying he's always, but it's for it's for a guy to coach
yeah.
at Kentucky for 20 years, it's almost unheard of because of the expectations.
Okay.
It's almost heard of. If you do 10 years, that's darn good. If you do Kyle Perry, what, 15?
Yeah.
And he did an amazing job at Kentucky.
Wow.
And it wasn't good enough because of the last 2 years.
So does he get a pass for the injuries for the big injuries that we had this year?
We had this conversation before.
Okay.
I give him a pass.
Yeah,
I think he has done great this year,
I got you.
but I'm not the one calling the shots.
Okay, that's cool, Dan. I just seen a comment that I want to see if I can figure out how to dissect it. Nobody said. Let me see. Once I'm listening to Pope's show right now, he said another freshman about to be added, and he'll hit the portal for a couple positions to get some superstars. So he's wow. I thanks nobody. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. When I first read it, I kind of misunderstood it, like somebody's leaving, like before the year is even out. But I get it now. Hey, is that Jimmy? Are we about to add another guy? I mean, you the recruiting guy. Let us know something.
There is a possibility with an overseas player from Italy, and I believe he would be able to play this coming year, even though they list him as a 2026 player. But I believe he would be able to play this coming year as a freshman.
Oh wow.
And,
Okay.
his name is Luigi Suago, 7'3", 240 pounds.
Oh yeah.
And he is a great player. I mean, I don't think he's talking about no Nate Ament.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Speaking of Nate, what news do you have on him, Jimmy?
He will be announcing during the April 1st at the McDonald's All-American game during halftime show or something like that. But I still believe it is. I think it's a Louisville versus Kentucky. I don't think that he's going to Duke. They have too many players, and Carlos Boozer coming in to Duke plays the same position that he does. He's not going to play over Carlos Boozer's son. And then I don't think he's going to go to Tennessee and play for Rick Barnes. I think it's Louisville or Kentucky, and I think Louisville might get this one. I think Arkansas might try to. We got 1 month between now and April 1st. I believe Calipari might try to come in and get him because he might fit that system a little bit better at Arkansas. And I hate to say it because I think he's going to step on campus, and in 1 week, 2 weeks, he's going to be off that campus, and he's only going to be playing basketball. That's about all he's going to be doing because he knows he's going to be in the first round. Yeah. So, he's a player that, some teams might want and some coaches might not want.
Okay. Wow.
But I mean, we're in the news with a lot of international players, probably about 4, 5, 6 players right now, on top of Nate Ament and the boy from Italy. So yeah, we're in good standings right now, and the transfer portal hasn't even tipped off yet. So
man, it's Jimmy. I hope you're getting your rest, bro, because it's gonna be busy.
There's one that I'm looking at, and he does have ties with Mark Pope, and I'm not going to say his name because there's a lot of things going on. He's still playing, but I think it might be a chance that he will be with Mark Pope next year.
I got you. Okay, and there you go, guys. Some recruiting updates from Jimmy, the recruiting individual. He's the guy for that as well too. So, guys, are we? What's how are we going to finish these last two games, man? We got senior night tomorrow. How many seniors we got leaving? About 10?
It seems like we got the whole team. It seems
like
like
the
the
whole-
whole team. But besides the freshmen, and I don't know that Ortega will go through the senior festivities or not.
Okay.
I've heard that his mom has said he's coming back to get his degree. So
I'm okay with that.
That's something I've heard. So I
Yeah.
don't know for sure. But besides him, and the freshmen, they're coming back. Colin Chandler, Trent Noah, and Travis Perry. I would just hope that we get Brandon Garrison and Ortega back next year.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, what is Brendan? He's a junior.
He'd be a senior.
He'd be a senior next year.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Look, just as we keep saying, Coach Pope has got to go put his team together, and we're having the right amount of time, starting soon as the transfer portal hits.
Now he's going to have 8-9 months instead of 4.5 months is what he had
will.
last year.
Yep, and don't forget about the guys who may go through the NBA draft and then decide to get out and then go somewhere as well too. So it's a lot that can unfold between here and there. But I want to beat LSU. Can we beat LSU before we get to the transfer portal? That's why I want to beat.
Hey, hit them jumpers. Make our game back to the way we was playing. Have fun on senior night. We got this game. I believe it's going to be a good feeling game, and I believe we will have this game easily won.
I hope so, because they find a way each year to tap it in at the end and beat us.
So, I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, it's been the last few years. It hasn't been good. BC, is the mid-game jumper obsolete now?
To majority players, it is, because
Yeah.
everybody wants to shoot the 3-pointer, and everybody wants to shoot the 3-pointer, Mike and Jimmy, because they can shoot them.
Okay.
Guys are more skilled than they was 20 years ago.
20 years ago, yeah.
And guys can sit back and shoot the three.
Yeah.
But it's still players that shoot that mid-range game, and if you a good 3-point shooter and you can add the mid-range, it just makes your game even more better.
Yeah.
Like a Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant can shoot the 3-pointer, but he also can shoot the mid-range game. So it's just getting to your spots. It's
I got
guys
you.
that just shoot threes just to shoot threes.
Okay.
But, usually college players don't learn until they get to the NBA. You get to your spots.
Yes.
I got you. Okay. Well, man, dude, why am I so nervous about playing LSU? I'm super nervous about playing those guys, bro, because I don't want to lose senior night to LSU. Damian Collins coming back in, and I think this is his first time coming back into Lexington since he left.
Yeah.
It's his first time, so he's gonna be ready to go. I think he starts now, or he's coming off the bench like the 6th or 7th man. So he's gonna come in the house, and he's definitely going to want to try to make a name for himself at the expense of Kentucky. We can't allow that to happen. That's for sure. Go Cats. So actually, I didn't realize, because I was just Keith Blackburn. I thought he was actually a Kentucky fan, but he's actually looked like he's a Arkansas fan. So welcome to the show, Keith and Angel. I appreciate it. Arkansas is not Kentucky. Don't ever forget that. Okay, so put some respect on the cat's name. Theo out hurt. Yeah, Theo.
Arkansas got the bragging rights right now.
Well, they do.
Yeah, they do. Hey,
that's true. You know what?
Hey, we ate our crow earlier. They got the bragging rights until we play them next year. Yeah,
you know what?
Right.
Or maybe see them in the SEC tournament.
Or maybe the SEC. But still, they got us at home. We need to get them at home next year.
Yeah,
that makes it even. That makes it even.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what?
21.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what, Dan. I'm gonna take my hats off to Arkansas then, and no more disrespect for me. No more. No more disrespect for me to Arkansas until we beat them again. How about that? Yeah.
Hey, you got to
Yeah.
Got
when you
to.
go out there on the floor
Yeah.
and you get beat, it's nothing you say.
Yeah, nothing you can
Nothing
say.
you
So,
say.
hey, all due respect, I got you. I can't believe you, Big Mike.
Nothing you
Hey, Keith, I gotta keep it real, brother. I gotta keep it real. You know what I mean? You
say.
guys beat my Cats. I'm still feeling a little sick over that and everything. But props off to you guys. Until we beat you, then it doesn't really matter because you guys won. Probably 2 wins in the SEC tournament. Maybe only the way you get in. Arkansas may not even make the tournament, bro. These guys
Yeah.
are. These guys are. When I'm talking about, they're like on the
I
back
mean,
of the
Nah,
when they're on the back of the bus. But look,
they're
I'm
on
a Kentucky
borderline.
fan. I'm a Kentucky fan. I just hope we make it past the first round. You know what I mean? Can we just make
Yeah.
it? You know what I'm saying? So look, I
That's
try to
very
be.
important.
That's very important. So while I try to throw shade on other teams, which I shouldn't, because I'm not good at that's just not who I am. I need to stay true to who I am. Kentucky got to make it past the first round for real. So I,
Yes.
Kentucky got to make it past the first round. So we'll get back to the seating and everything, But look, guys, I just got a question for you guys, and I got a picture I want to show you guys, and then you guys tell me what you think. And yes, this is a sports show, and that's why I'm about to ask this question. So I want to see what you guys think about this picture that I'm about to post up. Okay, let me see if I got this right this time. Can I do it? Come on, Big Mike, you can do it. Let me see. Put this up. Okay, guys, what is the best? What is the best sports movie on this picture, or is it something that's not listed on this picture? Jimmy, I ask you first, buddy.
Oh man, you put me on the spot right there with the. I mean, I've got so many of them that's not even on this, but I will with there's 5, 10 on this list. I'll go ahead and answer the question with this, and
Okay.
then
Well,
afterwards I
remember,
could
it's
give you another thing like that
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah,
But with this one. The one that would get you hyped up. I mean, everybody wants to watch the Rocky movies and stuff like that. But with me, I would go with Coach Carter because
okay,
just the way that he, coached that team and
yeah,
how he brought that team together. I love that movie, and
yeah.
I've only seen the movie halfway through and seen the last part. I have not seen the whole movie all the way through, but I would go with Coach Carter on this one.
Okay, that's actually a good movie, bro. He's hard on them guys, but you know what? When
Yes.
it's all over with, the pride that they felt of winning and just being a team, those guys. A lot of them didn't have male figures in their lives, so
Yep.
it was kind of like I'm going to be hard, but I want what's best for you. So I actually like that movie too. Somebody said Rocky by a mile.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
get hyped up, everybody's going to
yeah,
watch Rocky. But,
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you on
I'm
that.
looking for something that's going to inspire you and that is true, that can actually happen.
Hold on, let me do this back the other way. I thought that would work out. I can't. So BC, what about you, man? Is any movie on here the best movie, or is it not on the list?
I'm like with Jimmy. It's a lot of movies that's not on this list.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I grew up The Sandlot, Little League Baseball.
yeah,
Yeah.
That was big, and I
Yes.
love Remember the Titans. I
Remember the
love
Okay.
that
Titans.
movie.
It's
that was
on here.
good.
That movie's
Yeah.
awesome. But
Yeah.
man, on this list, man, it ain't no movie like Rocky, man. Really,
Yeah.
I had Rocky on VHS, DVD. Yeah, just man, it ain't nothing
Still,
like Rocky.
still got them
I
on. Yeah.
love boxing too, and it's just man, Rocky. Come on, man. It's not
Yeah.
even it's not even close.
Yeah.
Rocky, man, all day long.
Yeah.
Whoops,
Yeah.
I put the wrong thing up. Did I just take that off the screen? Really? Is that really what I just did? Really?
Yeah, what
I
that
did.
is, that's Rocky beating all them other.
No, that yeah, and using his belt. Yeah, he
And
was using his belt.
Rocky was so big, I actually thought he was a fighter.
Thought he was real, huh?
I thought he was
Yeah.
a real fighter.
I just took that off the screen. I don't know. I don't know how I did that.
It
Big
was
Mike,
Rocky,
you,
it was Rocky
yeah.
beating up all them other ones.
You know one
Remember
movie
the
that
Titans was good. It was a heck of a movie.
yeah. Man, dude. Well, mine was
Losers, yeah, that's man.
yeah. One of them that wasn't on it was Hoosiers. Hoosiers was pretty good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Hoosiers was a really good movie.
White man can't jump.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, white man can't jump.
absolutely.
What was the one with the one with Shaq and Penny Hardaway?
Blue chips.
Blue
Nick
Chips.
Nolte.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Nick Nolte, that showed you exactly how it worked back in the day with the money wise.
Hey,
Yep.
what about that movie
What about you,
Moneyball?
Mike? What about you, Mike?
I was
Yeah,
talking-
Mike, you
what you
haven't
got on the
discussed
list?
on there. Come
Man,
on.
look, man, I just messed up the screen. I just messed up the rhythm of this. Let me see if I can put it back up here. Get it back right here
Looks good to
again.
me.
Okay, well, I just added it right back. I'm not sure if it messed it up, but I'm going to go with Moneyball was pretty good. That's not on here right now because well, you know, Rocky, I think Rocky was my first movie that I seen in the movie theaters. And you know who I went to the movies with that? I went to the movie when I was on the Reds with Mr. Cosby, when he was coaching the Reds.
You was on the Reds.
Yeah, we was. We went to the movie the same time to see that. So, even every time I hear now, even as a 50-year-old man, if I hear Rocky, I still have good flashbacks of what I actually went to, and just the memories that I have. But I like Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And now, as far as funny, you got to go with Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore, yeah. Happy Gilmore was a funny movie. I always like him too as well. He said, 21 says, "How is Space Jam not on the movie?"
Oh, no.
I haven't even seen the latest one yet.
Don't.
Yeah, haven't even seen the latest one yet. So let us know, you guys, which ones you guys think is the best sports movie. First Space Jam is good. Yeah, I seen that. That was actually good too as well. But we was younger when that came out too.
The first one was good.
Yeah, the first one was good.
Like BC has said a couple times, the second one it was dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had Bugs, what's his name on it? Jordan had all those guys on it. It just made Happy Gilmore 2 coming out this year. Ooh, is Adam Sandler going to be in it?
The whole cast is coming back except for the ones that's not still alive. But yeah.
See, I might like 2 because at the time I didn't know nothing about golf or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now I probably can appreciate it because I have been playing golf.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the older Space Jam is better. I don't know.
No.
I haven't seen that yet.
I don't see how. No.
The whole Glory Road was pretty good too. Glory Road was really good too. Yeah. Now what was Hoosiers? Hoosiers wasn't. What was the movie when Kentucky played on Kentucky State and got beat? Was that Glory? That wasn't Glory Road, was
Glory
it?
Road.
That
Was
was
that
Glory
it?
Road. Yeah, that was Glory Road.
Yeah, okay. That was actually a really good movie too, as well. That was a really good movie too. But man, dude, just the amount of sports movies that's out these days. Hey, how can we forget about the Wild Man? What was the name of that movie?
Major League.
Major League.
Yeah.
That's a classic. I forgot about Major League.
Major League. Yeah.
How can you forget about Major League? Major League was a good movie too, as well. So,
Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Wild Thing.
He got
game.
Jesus, what is it? Shellerworth, I think what's his name actually did that. Friday Night Lights. That's a good movie too.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
That's a good movie. Man, I don't know.
What was it? Varsity Blues. That was a good one.
That was good too. Like, I don't even know what Bend It Like Beckham or Bring It On. Like, I know what Bring It On is.
I didn't watch the Bend Them Like Beckham.
Yeah, I don't know what Bend Them Like Beckham. I don't know what that is.
I think Bring It On is like
I didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
I believe Bring It On was like a cheerleading movie. So I don't know what.
Ooh, I forgot about Waterboy. That was good too.
Yeah, Waterboy. They're going to make a part 2 to that.
Blindside.
Longest Yard.
Ooh.
Longest Yard. Yeah.
Now, which one? The original one or the one with Chris Rock now?
The remake.
Okay,
the remake.
Okay,
yeah.
The remake was good too. Absolutely.
Well, Burt Reynolds was in both of them, so that was good.
Ooh, that is right. He was in both of them, wasn't he? He's old. He was old. Is he still living?
Oh,
I think so.
I think
I
Burt
haven't
Reynolds is
heard
still living.
anything
Yeah.
about
I think
Burt
he
Reynolds.
is. I don't think Sally Field that he did Smoking a Bandit. I think she's passed away.
Okay. Wow, man, that's you talking about some good sports movies over the year. What about the what is that? We Are Marshall. That was good too. It was
Yeah,
sad. It was sad, but it was a good movie.
that was Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
a good movie
That was
too, as well
what
too.
about Rudy? I
Rudy.
like that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rudy was good too. Oh,
yeah.
And, and the one that Marky Mark played in, where he played for the was it the Eagles?
That he was part of the, what was
ooh,
that?
what was
What
that?
was
I
the
know what you're
name
talking
of that
about too.
movie?
Yeah, Marky. You still calling him Marky Mark, huh?
Yeah, I still call it Marky
Still
Mark.
Marky Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said
Mark.
the gridiron. Ooh, the gridiron game too
Gridiron.
was good.
Oh
Low key, the
yeah,
best acting job
that was
of the
good.
Rock. That was good
That was
right there.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of saw a side of the Rock that was like, look, yeah, that was a good movie. Look, man, this I'm not sure who made this this thing right here. I didn't make it, but Caddyshack, Ruly, Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
We can go now. We getting
oh
into
yeah, Cool Runnings. I could watch Cool Runnings like
Runnings.
once a week.
yeah, that was good. Hey, and you can't forget about even though it wasn't an overall sports
Yeah, that's
movie.
what it was.
Invincible. That was the movie. Mr. Everett I forgot about that one. Slapshot.
What was it? Moneyball.
Moneyball was good too. Moneyball. I just watched Moneyball like 2 days ago. Moneyball was good too, man. And also, I think it's The Miracle on Ice.
Miracle on Ice. Yeah.
That was a good movie too, man. I think that day it made you feel good to be American. I think it made you feel good that day. What was it? Tom Cruise? He was an agent. Jimmy McGuire.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry
Yeah.
Maguire. Yeah, that was a good movie because show me the money for real. So
Yeah.
so
Super Gooden Jr.
Oh,
Yeah.
Any
Yeah, yeah.
given Sunday, y'all.
oh, that
Even
was good
Given
too.
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. 21 hey 21 said put some respect on what is that Earbud. Come on, 21.
Oh, man.
Come on, dude. Come on, really?
Come on, man.
Come on,
That's
dude.
all.
That is
21 young buck, man.
yeah, he's a young buck.
Hey,
Hey, 21, you
Hey,
just
nah.
told your age.
I
Yeah.
never saw that one, 21.
I ain't saw
I
that
never
yet.
seen it either. No.
That's funny, man. Tom Cruise always an agent. Yeah, he is always an agent, right? That's it right there. So, well, hey guys, make sure that you leave your comments on what your favorite movie was. I just wanted to throw that in for a little bit as well. So let me see if I can get back to the radio. Oh, radio was good too. Where's my pies
Radio.
at? Hey, me and my wife still where my pies at? Both of them.
Man, hey, every time I watch radio, I feel bad if I watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mona, Mona. I don't remember Mona was what was the sport from Mona? Nobody loved that movie. I can't remember Mona. Do y'all remember what Mona was about? I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. Wow, that's interesting right there. Absolutely. But hey. Once again, thank you guys for that. We just want to throw that fun in there. I know we
Rocky
getting
might have them all, though.
Rocky Popper, yeah. You know, Rocky's that movie that inspired, especially when he calls out I cried off that movie, bro. Even I'm talking about when I'm an adult. I cried off. He's like Adrian. I did it, Adrian.
I did it. I did it.
Did it. I watch Mona once a week. Nobody. I just gotta hit a Tyler with her spirit. I got you. Oh, and is that ain't the cartoon, is it? Because that sounds kind of familiar a little bit. But anyway, thank you guys. We appreciate that for you guys entertaining that little segment. So, getting back to Kentucky basketball, what is your most memorable year as a Kentucky fan? Like if somebody said name a year that was the best for you outside of 2015, because that was a unique and an outlier of a year.
You said outside? See?
Okay, you know what?
No, not
All right.
2015. Never mind. That's not my. That's
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, I'm not worrying about that one.
All right. So, what's you guys? Yeah, that rock part too. Okay, so now I know what it is now. So, what's your favorite year?
Moana.
Yeah, Moana. Okay, yeah. So, Jimmy, what's your favorite year as a Wildcat fan?
Oh, there's I can't pinpoint it.
Yeah.
I can't
One,
pinpoint,
Jimmy.
but
Yeah.
92, 96, 98. those 3 years. If I had to pick out of those 3, I'll
Yeah.
take the 92 because of what that team did. And then what progressed after that made the 1996 team, because we had just leftover nobodies that Rick Pitino took over
Yeah.
in 92. And I remember that Duke game. And a lot of people, like even C.M. Newton, came up to Rick Pitino and said, maybe you've done just a little bit too much too quick. And he goes, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And he said, we didn't do anything too quick. This is what this team is going to be. And that's what built the 96 team, the 97 team, the 98 team. That 92 year, and that 92 year was the year that Kaywood Leopard was his last year of doing announcing or
Yeah.
anything for football, basketball, everything.
He
That
retired.
was probably one of my greatest years of watching Kentucky basketball, because you just didn't know what was going to happen. And when we got into the tournament, I even seen a game that popped up on YouTube when they was playing Iowa State yesterday up in my mother's house, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness. I turned this on
Yeah.
and I was like, look at the quality of the TV back.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even watch this game.
Yeah, I
But
can't even-
we ended up winning that game. But yeah, that the 92 team is the team I would pick right now.
I got you. BC, what about your year, bro? I'm asking a question, but I hadn't really gave it a lot of thought. So my apologies, guys.
Man, I have to go with seen a lot of years.
Yeah.
2014 is what stood out. I think it was Kyle Perry's best coaching that he has done, because he started in the Final Four. He started 5 freshmen, and in the national championship game, he started 5 freshmen.
Okay.
And we was the number 8 seed.
Okay.
Went to the national championship. That's when we had guys like James Young. It was the Harrison twins.
Twins.
Palestine got hurt also that year. So that was Cal's great coaching moment. We didn't win the national championship, but UConn beat us.
Yeah.
In the championship
UConn,
game. Yeah.
UConn had to, I think in their conference, they had to play in.
Yes.
They had to win to get to
Yeah.
the tournament.
Yep.
And they went on a run. Like I said, anybody can go on a run. But that 2014, Harrison hitting those shots against Michigan, Louisville, and Wisconsin. And it was just that year of the tournament, being 8 seed and winning. I think we beat Wichita too. And
Was that the same year?
That was,
Okay.
that was our second round game.
We beat a whole lot of good teams. That
we did. Yeah.
That was good, and we was 8 seed. I think it was Kyle's best year of taking freshmen like that. He's I think he's the best that ever took a team full of freshmen and able to win and be successful with them.
Okay. Yeah, I like what 21 said about Malik and Fox. That was a fun year too as well.
That North Carolina game with Fox, that was a great game. Yeah,
it was
a tweak year, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. JT said that. He said that was a tweak year, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a year where he made some major tweaks, I guess, to be able to win that ball game as well. Kimber Walker beat us. Yeah. That was a year. Now,
Kimber Walker and the other guard.
Was we a number 8? Because I think they was
we was an 8 seed. Yeah,
but wasn't they higher than us though? I mean, wasn't they a 10 or 11 seed? I thought there was an 8 or 9 seed, something like that.
I don't know. They had to win their conference.
They had to win their conference. Yeah.
They had to win the Big East. Yeah,
going crazy.
Yeah, he went off the
crazy man.
He definitely made some money. That's your. See, the thing about me is that, when I went into service at 94, I went right overseas. So I spent so much time over the water, and it's like so much that I missed as a Kentucky fan. It wasn't really maybe until I got back to the States and when did we get back? We got back in the States in 2012 is when I was able to really keep up with ball games and keep up with the news and everything. So a lot of things that you guys had the privilege of seeing, I'm still catching up on that. So, the Mox and Funk was really fun. Of course, I said don't say the 2015 year. How can you not mention that considering how fun it was?
Yeah.
But that was yeah. Malik had 47 against UNC in Madison Square Garden in the Champions Classic. Yeah, he did.
He went off.
He was
Is
unbelievable.
that how many he had?
Yeah. I don't know if it was 47.
Hey, he went off.
He went off the. I don't think it was 47.
He was cold blooded.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So man, dude, there's so many good games out there.
98 was a good year too.
See, I remember 98 because I actually had to get up. I got up in the middle of the night to be able to listen or watch the game. And when we won the championship that year, I was trying my best not to make so much noise because it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and everybody was sleeping. I was on the stairs in the dark trying to listen to the ball game. But I remember that distinctly because I remember where we was at. We was somewhere in the Middle East. But so those are the kind of things that I missed though. You know, I missed all those good years. I missed, of course, the 95 and 96 years. I was overseas in Italy. We didn't really have, able to get information overseas. It wasn't like it is now. And I would have been able to really keep, I couldn't watch the games. So he had 47. So he almost 50 points. But hey.
Yeah.
So
he went Jordan on that.
And Fox had a pretty good game too.
Did he?
Yeah, well, I know on assist he did, but I still think he was in double figures on top of what Monk had.
Oh wow, man! So man, I mean, see, I missed. JT said the right thing. He said, "Dang, you missed some good times, bad ones too." I did miss some bad ones. So that's the only downfall I guess of being in the service overseas during those back in those days because you didn't get a chance to really see everything. I mean, we had to wait in line just to call home, and you had to get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to make phone calls home, and you had to wait in line. And if you get up that time in the morning and you went to the phone, somebody was on it. You had to go back to bed. You get back up. The same person was still on the phone. And you just be like, "Can I just go home, please? Can I just get a phone call?" Fox had 24 points and 10 assists in that ball game. Bro, he went 18 for 28 shooting. Man, dude, that's a game that we will always remember. That game probably made him a lot of money. That's for sure.
Made both of them a lot of money.
Absolutely, man. It do, man. That's wild, bro. So look, guys, moving forward without Robinson, what do you guys think Kentucky's going to be able to do now that it looked like Butler's between 80 and 90%.
Yeah. That's what he is saying. That's what he's saying.
Is that going to cut it for what we're trying to do? BC is, in the SEC with 2 games left plus the SEC tournament. So we at least got 3 games left before the tournament. We don't know what we're going to do in the SEC tournament. Is 80 to 90%, or would you set him? Would you say set for LSU? But he's a senior, so he got to have his senior night. And he wants to play on senior night. Is that smart?
80 to 90% is better than 70%.
You know what, BC, you too positive for me.
I'm just saying that it's some truth to that.
It's some truth. Yeah, I got you.
But man, it's to a point where I think Butler, he needs all the reps he can get from the way he was in the game Saturday. But I would like to see him set out to at least maybe Missouri.
Okay.
Then, but that's just 2 games, man. It is what it is. You play or don't play. But he's going. Here's what I'm going to tell you. He's going to be playing against LSU.
Oh, absolutely, he's going to play. Yeah, he's going to play.
We can say anything on here. It doesn't matter. He's going to be playing against LSU.
He's that kind of dude, Jimmy. You know what I mean? I mean, is that, would you consider that a selfish move that that you want to play in this game, knowing what the bigger picture is? And if so, should Coach Pope override that, or do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, yeah, I want to beat LSU. I know this is your last home basketball game of your college career. I get all of that, but you still got a chance for at least 3 more games. You got 3 more games in your career. At least 3 more games. Can you set out the LSU game and just get better at least?
I've been hurt a lot of games,
Yeah,
and I've played them, and I've
Well,
set them.
it's a difference between hurt and injured.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I know when to set my butt on the bench and keep myself in playing. I right now I believe that maybe Lamont thinks he is just he's not injured, he's hurt. He could play. Let's play maybe some of the first half minutes, see
yeah,
what is going on. If Kentucky's up 16, 17 and a half, I'd put myself on the bench and say, hey, come on, freshmen, pick it up. Let's have a great senior day, and then we'll see each other again when we go to Missouri, next or the following Saturday. But yeah, I wouldn't risk him playing the whole game. If
yeah,
we're up by 15, 20, 30, 30 points or something like, yeah, put him on the bench and say, hey, you did what you needed to do to get us the lead. We don't
yeah,
need you anymore.
yeah,
And he's got plenty of reps. He played all game against Auburn. He's going to play some of the game this Saturday or tomorrow night against down. I mean, with LSU on senior day or senior night. So yeah, he's not going to need any more reps, I don't think.
I mean, he got a lot of basketball up under his belt, and I
Yeah.
think maybe missing 1 more game, wouldn't hurt. Anytime that you can get some rest with your body, especially here in the SEC, that's so grueling that guys love and they will hit you hard. Anytime that you can get a day's rest in that, I think you're doing yourself a major service by doing that. But we know the kind of person that he is. Now, did he look rusty to you guys coming back against Auburn? And if he did, does that mean he needs to be on the floor for LSU so he can get this whatever that out of the way, whatever that problems that he had, that he starts getting it out of the way now and don't wait until SEC tournament to do that? BC?
Yeah, that's why I was saying he looked rusty,
Yeah,
and but like I said, man, it don't matter what I say.
yeah,
I
yeah,
I
Yeah.
would play him uh, a little bit at the Missouri game,
okay,
not the whole game,
yeah,
but he's going to be playing tomorrow night. It's senior night.
yeah.
He's playing.
Mhm.
I mean, and I wouldn't look for anything different than just that to see the guy out there on the court for sure. He's gonna make a difference. I really hope that for sure. Um, what do we do to beat LSU, Jimmy?
Well, the thing is, we have to come out and just put it down on them to begin with. Let's get these turnovers down to a minimum
Yeah,
of 3, 4, 5 a half, and we cannot have 8, 10 turnovers every half and get 18 just like we did against Auburn, and they only have 8. We just need to make sure that let's share the ball. Let's get into our offense. Let's don't rush it. Do
yeah,
not let LSU get you sped up, because that's what Auburn did. They sped us up and made us uncomfortable, and we turned the ball over 6 straight times in a row in the second half. We do not need to be rushed. Just let's get out there in the first half. Let's get this lead. Let's contain it, and then just keep on going. If Lamont Butler needs to come out, let him come out. Let Travis Perry, let Noah, let every college channel, let them come in, and let's have a ball with this game. And on senior night, let's have a feel good game and win this game about 20, 25 points and just be done with it about midway through the second half.
That would be nice to go to. Hey guys,
That'd be really nice.
that'd be nice. So we've been talking for about an hour now, and how can I not mention? Shamey on me. How can I not mention the success that the Lady Wildcats had this year? They
Yes.
killed it this year, man. They was in the game with South Carolina Sunday afternoon, and I'm pretty sure those ratings was out the door as well, because it was a lot on the line, not just for Kentucky but Tennessee. But South Carolina, we didn't get it done. But I tell you, in year one
Hey.
with Coach Pope, we killed it. Like the last couple of years, we haven't even been in a tournament, and now year one of Coach Brooks here,
Brooks, yeah.
we get a double bye in the SEC tournament. It's very common for the men. Oh, the men's got a double bye. Oh yeah, that's what Kentucky does. But that ain't the way for Kentucky women basketball. So for Coach Brooks to do what he did in year one, man, that's amazing. And considering they might not have to pay, they lost to Texas A&M, and they lost to who else? They lost to somebody that they shouldn't have lost to, so they won't have to see South Carolina and Texas way on down the line, hopefully. And with that being the case, I feel like that Kentucky Wildcats women's team can make it to the Final Four if they show up and they close ball games in the second half. So definitely big shout out to our Lady Cats, and let's see what they do in the SEC tournament, and maybe they can knock off South Carolina like they did a couple of years ago as well. But it's always it's been a long time since I've been this excited about women's college basketball, and that's kind of sad for me, but I'm happy about what these guys are doing up under the leadership of Coach Brooks. Look, he doesn't yell. Nobody seems to have a problem. Nobody seems to have a problem with him not yelling. Like, he doesn't yell. He sits in that seat over there like this. It's him. BC, I don't know if you watch him or not, but that's Coach Brooks.
Jerry Tarkanian never yelled.
Yeah.
That's
He
true.
just get on a towel.
He just need that towel in his mouth.
It's all about what your players doing. You can yell, scream, throw cheers, do whatever you want. If your players ain't going to go out there and play, you don't have the talent or whatever. It doesn't matter.
So people talking about the best the Cats men's could do is Sweet 16. I seen somebody just threw up they won't be past the round of 32. I mean, has expectations because of injuries, just has fans just started to say, if we make it fast, CBC, you used to say the Sweet 16. Kentucky fans are saying that. Now people are just saying, can we just win one game in the tournament at least?
Well, we got injuries.
Yeah.
We got like I said, we got a 14-point game guy out.
Yeah.
Which was like losing an arm.
Yeah.
But we got injuries. But the expectations for a lot of Kentucky fans does not change.
Okay.
No.
So I'm just speaking like the truth. I'm not speaking from my point of view.
Yeah.
My point of view is, hey, let's make a run. Make a run. Make a run.
It's not a crazy thought.
That's the way I look at it. I know how this March Madness thing goes.
Yeah.
Make a run. Get the fundamentals, cut down the turnovers like Jimmy was saying, rebound the basketball. And most importantly, I know I'm beating a dead horse, but defense.
Defense, yep.
Mm-hmm. So, you make a run. I'm not done with these guys.
No.
So,
I think a lot of, I see two people using the word being realistic about the situation at hand. And here's the thing. When you think about the year that I think it was UConn that with Kemba Walker beat us. Mm-hmm. When you think about that team, you don't think about, now I don't think nobody on our team is a Kemba Walker. So let me just make sure that I clarify that. My point is, When you think about that Connecticut team, while they had some pretty solid players, when you talk about that game, the first person you mention always is Kimba. And it just takes that one guy to get hot and everybody follows. Can we have that one? Do we? Well, of course, maybe Jackson Robinson was that guy. But can we have this one guy, Ortega? I forgot about him. Ortega. Can he just get to a point where he's doing so good that we just follow him? And you know what I'm saying? And just exact Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So you never
like
know.
It's like I said, one of my favorite years, 2014. We was the 8th seed. Cal Perry, it was 2 years ago. He won the national championship, and he was in the pot with the stove on.
Yep, sure was.
And was the 8th seed and went to the national championship.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called March Madness. You make a run, man. You know, we played in the SEC, the toughest conference. Like I said, you've seen everything. So it's just having hope, hoping the guys can come together, and especially when you got Auburn whooping your butt with belts on your
Yeah.
On the baseline.
Hopefully that does something to you.
I got a question for all you guys out there. I got a question. Is it time for Coach Pope to shorten his rotation, or will he keep because what is it, 9-man rotation right now? Will he keep a 9-man rotation throughout the rest of the seasons? Is it like what? It's almost like if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But is it broken? And if it is broken, is who's left out of that equation? Or does he just keep his 9? Does he keep his 9-man rotation? Jimmy?
Honestly, like you just said, Big Mike, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Keep that 9-man rotation, because you do not know what's going to happen. If BC is right and we make first 2 rounds and then we're making a run, we're in that 3rd game, we won that 3rd game. You don't know what's going to happen that 4th game. We might be up against a totally different team than we faced in that 1st, 2nd, 3rd game, that we might need one of these players that is still in the rotation. Maybe they haven't played as much, but they played 5 or 7 minutes. Maybe the next game they could play 12 to 13 to 14 minutes. So keep them in the rotation. Do not shut everybody down and say, okay, just because we're in the SEC championship game or SEC 2nd, 3rd round game, just because we're in the 2nd round of the NCAA tournament, do not shut these players down and give them hope. Hey, we still want you on the court.
Wow. Okay. BC, are you keeping the same? Are you keeping the same rotation, or are you going to shorten it a little bit?
Man, you know me, man. The more guys, the better. I'm old school.
Okay.
You play who's playing good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. Play who's playing good.
Yeah, who's playing in good in practice? They're gonna get minutes.
Whoever's out there on that court, they playing good. The most important thing is you play defense. You play defense, you play 40 minutes.
All right. So hey, all right, BC. So then my next question for you is that if it's 2 minutes left in the ball game, which 5 Kentucky players on this team's year on this team are you leaving in the ball game to get a stop? Which 5 players?
You says 2 minutes in the game.
2 minutes left in the game.
What's the score?
We up by 2.
We up by 2.
The
ones that's in there.
Okay, well give me your
If you got Ortega.
No. Let me rephrase that. We're down by 3 points. Who's going to be your best defensive guys in there? Or do you need your best offensive guys on the floor at that time? Because if you do,
it depends on the flow of the game.
Okay.
Perry could be playing lockdown defense all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him in there. If the flow of the game and we 2 minutes and we up by 2 or 3 points, I'm gonna ride with the high hand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Has Coach Pope did a good job at that this year? You think? One of the things that I see just being online is a lot of people don't really particularly like his rotations and
It,
how he stops players' mojos. As David just says,
it's hard. It's hard for me to pinpoint that because I'm not down on the sideline. I'm not the coach. I'm not the players. I'm not down there.
okay,
I'm a spectator.
I got
I
you.
don't I
Okay,
don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's lack of defense or
Yeah.
miss something or I don't know. I know with Cal, you might make one mistake, he'll pull you out.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't speak on what I don't know. I don't know what's going on from there. I'm just watching like everybody else.
okay. JT says, I think it just, as you just kind of said, BC. I think it just depends on what the situation calls for. Sometimes Nor might have a favorable matchup, but obviously guys like Kobe are going to have to step up and take on more minutes. They are. Let's see. David is really strong and really believes that from what he sees is that he will pull guys out, and but even though Mark Pope pulls guy out, I don't think he yanks people out as much as or as easy as Cal does. I think he gives guys a little more leadway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Well,
it,
Cal's expectation for players was like up here because he got All Americans. So it wasn't you going to play down here. If you did something, he's going to bring you out. But if David sees that, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt.
okay.
But at the same time, I don't know what's going on because I'm not on that sideline.
Do you guys think the freshmen have gotten enough experience this year that makes them ready for the NCAA tournament this year?
If they didn't, they never will.
yeah.
Okay.
What they have experienced this year, they should have just as much experience as any freshman in the nation, and they have excelled of
Okay.
what they have done, and they're ready for the SEC tournament. They're ready. They know what big Nashville means when you're wanting to paint the whole town blue. They know that.
Yeah.
They know when we get into the NCAA tournament that we're going to have fans that's going to be coming and flocking to watch that game, and they don't want to go home disappointed.
Especially not in Nashville. Not the
not,
way.
not in Nashville,
Well,
whether we
not in
play
the
our
first round neither.
first round game in Pittsburgh or
Yeah.
wherever they have projected this a couple times.
Yeah.
But they don't want to go home disappointed in first round game.
I got you. Andrew says, "Are Pope's teams going to be this bad? Definitely in the years to come. We get taken off the bounce so many times. Different type of players next year. You got guys that's going to be. Hopefully, everybody comes back that's able to. Now you've been in Coach Pope's system for a while. Then you know what he kind of expects in the off season. What do you work on? Do you work on your strengths, or do you work on your weaknesses? It just kind of really depends. But I think next year he's going to have some guys that are superstars, and they should be able. But I heard the statement. College basketball is built on defense. The NBA is just who can shoot the best threes. I think that's kind of what it is.
Well, the thing with defense has to be something that's in you.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
don't have to teach nobody offense.
yeah,
Any
No.
person can shoot a ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
Might not hit the backboard, but they can shoot it.
yeah,
Yeah.
But defense is something that you have to want to do. You have
You
to
got
be
to.
to
Yeah.
the point where you feel bad when somebody scores on you. That's the
Yeah.
way it was 20, 30 years ago. You didn't like people scoring on you.
yeah,
So yeah, defense is something that you can talk about defense every practice,
yeah,
but it has to be
Hmm.
something that's in you that you want to do.
yeah. David brings up a good point about Carr. He says, look at Carr against Alabama, red hot. Went to a timeout, rotation change, and no kid wants to come out when the bucket is as big as the ocean. Don't you think I think Coach Pope should be able to recognize that. And even though if I would want to bring somebody in for you, I don't know. We got to look at maybe, okay, are they playing him in minutes because of his back? You know what I'm saying? But, when somebody's hot like it, you don't just take them out of the ball game. You got to let them, you got to let them stay in and either start, continue being hot or until they cool off, and then you can get them a break.
Man, like you said, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not taking up for Mark Pope.
Yeah.
I don't know. Carr might have said, "Hey, I'm tired."
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, or my back kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't speak on that. I give David the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on down there on the sideline.
I got you. Yeah. Look at Carr. This has been the worst Pope team as long as he's. Nobody said this will be the worst Pope team as long as he's UK coach. He didn't have time to recruit a proper class so late. Well, I mean, that's still something to be seen. We got to see. We got to see if that's the case. I know next year he should be having a much better team, per se. But there's certain things that are still expected here at Kentucky, and if it's not lived up to, then that flame on the stove goes on low. I guess as BC says, you got to turn the flame on.
It's on low when you start your first day as a head coach at Kentucky. It's on low.
Is that based off of win or losses or the fan base?
You definitely in the pot.
You're in the pot. You're in the pot, and you are on the stove. That stove might be a little bit warm, just the way the environment inside the house. But that flame is ready to turn on in a split second.
I got you. This is a fluke year. No other NCAA team had to get a coach and roster so late in season. Well, we're in deep duty. National champion says we in deep duty. National champions. I had to read that a couple of times I think I seen it and I think I kind of comprehended what it was, but it took me a couple of times just to make sure that I understood what it was actually saying. Yeah, for real. So, man, I just realized that I can't even see my eyes, my own self. And if I can't see my eyes, then nobody can see my eyes. So I can just sit here talking. I've been talking with my eyes closed for the last 30 minutes. Can't nobody see it anyway. I didn't turn my lights on. I guess I should have, because the normal light was on. But let's see. Nobody. We can't say that for sure. We are yet to land an out-of-state 5-star. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, all of our 5-stars have come from in-state. So who's going to be no, Caden Lewis is not from Kentucky.
Caden Lewis is not from Kentucky, and he is a McDonald's burger boy.
Yeah. Is he a 5-star? Is he a 4-star?
As far as I know, he was a 5-star.
5-star, okay.
Some rankings might have had him a 4, but usually if you're a 5-star, that's how you get to be a McDonald's All-American boy.
Okay, that's cool. I kind of figured that too as well. That's going to be a pretty interesting game too when that actually goes down as well. Guys, we had a good show tonight, man. Good show tonight. Definitely. Yeah, look, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna ponder over getting spanked at Kentucky on the baseline with the belts from Auburn, and I will see.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. No. I mean,
but hopefully they get mad.
I look. This is just like I said. All you gotta do is just get on the run. Yeah.
Hey, we have that chance to play Auburn again. If everything's looking right, we still are an 8 seed, which an 8 seed would have to come out and play Auburn on Friday afternoon or whatever time that game is. I think it'll be a 12 o'clock game. But we have to play Auburn again as an 8 seed. So hey, these players are going to remember that. And especially they're going to be in Nashville. Ruff Arena wanted to explode during that Auburn game. They just didn't have the chance.
Yep, that's true.
We had a couple chances there. We was down to 6, down to 7, 8 points,
Yeah.
and we just didn't. That place did not get the chance to erupt like it could. I know that Bridgestone Arena is ready to erupt because Kentucky's probably done bought up almost every ticket that they can right now,
Yeah.
and every team that loses the game before them or after that, they're going to eat them tickets up.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Can I explain something?
Yeah, yeah.
For Kentucky to beat Auburn, who is more athletic, who got 6 or 7 guys that can get their own bucket at any time individually. For Kentucky to beat Auburn, Kentucky has to play a A+ game.
A+ game, just like before. Yeah.
And what I mean by that, they can't make over 8 turnovers.
No.
They have to slow down the ball, control the pace. They have to get to the free throw line and get in a double bonus, preferably around 6 or 7 minutes left to go in each half.
Okay.
They have to rebound and they have to play defense. If not great defense, they have to get a lot of stops in order for Kentucky to beat Auburn. And Ortega has to play out his mind. Kobe has to play out his mind.
Has to,
Williams has to play out his mind. Perry has to do his part and make big shots. Noah has to make big shots. And it has to be
Butler being Butler.
Be in 10 or 12, 14-point guy.
Yeah.
It has to be that type of game if Kentucky wants to beat Auburn. It has to be. Because they are the best team in the country.
And it shows.
It has to be that A+ game.
I agree with you too.
You're not beating Auburn.
Yeah, that's true.
No more pain says if they had someone that there's someone basically someone that can bring the ball up to court. My starting lineup is Brea, Almanor, Owa, Williams, and Carr. Is this if Butler's not playing? So who came out of that then? If so, he would come in for what's the name then? Well, if Butler ain't playing, we know that that Perry's we know that Perry's gonna get the start.
Yeah.
I mean, Williams can bring the ball up the court. He just can't have those 6 turnovers like he did against Auburn. Like he just, I don't know what was going on.
See, here's the thing with Mark Pope. The reason why he gave when Butler got hurt, the reason why he gave the ball to Williams, because when Williams brings the ball up, the guy that's guarding Williams, the 5-man, he's not going to put as much pressure on him.
Okay,
so he can bring the ball up and get in the offense and even start the offense at the free throw line.
Yep. Yeah. Which is he does.
So now teams are seeing that and they're like, put pressure on him. Even do something to try to get him rattled. So that's the reason Mark Pope went to that with Williams being the running the point guard position.
I mean, and look, I can't say that he did a horrible job this year doing it after, once he was kind of forced to do it. I just think it's been those little turnovers here and there. And we haven't even mentioned free throws yet.
It gets Broom, though.
Yeah.
So that's totally different.
Yeah, that's a different.
He's not just going to let you run the offense.
Now, Broom didn't have the best game against Williams.
He
didn't have the best game.
He poked the ball from Williams and they did good switching on the picks.
Yeah,
and that just turned everything around. If they were switching on the picks, hey, Kentucky couldn't do nothing.
Is that a player thing or is that a coach? Or
that's a Bruce Pearl thing.
Well, no. What I mean is, if that's happening, does Mark Pope need to be smart enough to understand that and get the guys to understand where they need to be at? Because they was doing it. Because they was doing it in the first half.
Hopefully,
and they did it at a high level in the second half. At halftime, shouldn't somebody, one of those coaches on the sideline, says this is how we fix this, and we got to fix it fast. Otherwise, we're gonna have the outcome that we have. So
Well, sometimes in 20 minutes it don't work like that.
I
No.
understand.
That's something you have to do the Sunday, Monday.
Okay,
You
I
got
got
it.
you.
Hey, teams are
Yeah.
going to do this now. So they're
Yeah.
going to pressure us. Let's get more backdoor cuts and stuff like that. So, and Auburn, we talking about Auburn, Mike.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. It's,
That's a different animal.
let's take this right here, this comment into consideration then, guys. How about this right here? We out rebounded Auburn by 15. Held Broome to 9. If we hit more than 4 threes, we still can beat anybody.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, part of the rebounding, out rebounding Auburn because they wasn't missing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't get rebounds when you hitting.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have rather had the vice versa, 18 turnovers to 8 turnovers, and we was 8 and they was 18, and the flip flop of the rebounding percentage,
Yeah.
and let them have that. We would have been in the game a lot better than we was with 16 points.
Okay.
And like I said, Bruce Pearl's like, don't let them shoot threes.
Yeah.
Let them put it on the floor. That's,
And that-
that's
and
the
that-
game plan.
And well, they was on Kobe. Kobe was all confused that ball game. That's
Yeah.
for sure. You know, this ain't Davidson. This is real. This is SEC, and you playing Bruce Pearl. So I hope we get a.
But everybody doesn't have the team like that. See, Auburn has the team. They got bench. They got guys on the floor. They have the team to do that.
Okay.
Not everybody's going to be like Auburn.
I got you.
No, yeah.
Is this the girls? Let me see. No, yeah, that's the girls right there. Kentucky got a double bye. Okay, because I was getting ready I'm trying to figure out who they. Let's see.
Yeah.
So
Kentucky has a double bye. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for the women.
Yeah.
For the men, right now, the top 4 teams is Auburn. That's gonna get double bye. Auburn, Alabama, Florida, and Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Not Alabama, Florida, Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, and who's the 4th team that's gonna get a double bye? Most likely,
Alabama.
Alabama. Oh, so those 4 teams are gonna get byes.
Yeah. Auburn should be 1. Florida should be the 2 because they got the tiebreaker over top of Alabama. Alabama should be 3, and then Tennessee ought to be the 4 seeds.
Yeah, freaking back to back. It was so yeah. Hey, BC, when they hit those back to back threes off the
Off the glass.
off the glass. Hey, all you could do is this right here. Well, this is over.
Good shot,
There
dude.
you go.
That was good. Hey, and that's
I mean,
yeah.
he hit 9 threes, and 2 of them was Banks back to back. So you know he was on fire. It was his day in Rupp Arena, and afterwards, I think they even quoted him saying, "I love Rupp Arena's rims." I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure you do."
I bet.
He averages 10 points a ball game.
2 banks in
Yeah.
a row.
Yeah, he had what 30 points on us.
But
so
but see, that's the thing with Auburn. They got 7 guys that
can get to the
25
bucket.
30 points.
Yep.
And they're looking at it like, oh well, yeah, he can do that.
Yeah.
You know, that's not, he can do that. They got 6, 7 guys that average in double figures that can go off for 20 or 30 points.
Yep. Or get to the basket anytime they really basically want to.
I think, man, defense is going to be so critical for Kentucky down the stretch, man. It is. You know, I don't think it's a matter of if Kentucky can score the basketball. It's the same story. Can Kentucky find a way to stop people? And, you know, that's going to be the narrative from here on out this year. And can we find a way, you know? I don't think it's anymore, can we just simply outscore the next person is, because eventually we're going to have to get some stops down the road. And I think that's crucial. We've seen them do it this year. So it's not like they're not capable of doing it, but go back to what BC said, you got to want to play defense. You know what I mean? Like this has got to be personal to you in order for you to be good on defense. And I think we don't have very many butlers on the team who take it personal, that that I want to beat you on defense. And if we don't have a bunch of guys collectively with that one heartbeat, man, I don't know what to
March
expect.
Madness, man. Majority of teams are going to be ready to play defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I hope that Kentucky Wildcats is one of those teams that show up and ready to play defense night in and night out. You can't take any nights off. I hope whatever we got going on these last 2 ball games, either we get it out of our system and we're figuring it out, because if not, I just don't think Big Blue Nation wants to go to Nashville and lose on night 1. I don't. You know what I'm saying? That would be bad, and that's even for Mark Pope. It's gonna be bad. So
That's easy. They
yeah,
don't.
exactly.
They
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't want to win. I mean, they don't want to lose that first night in Nashville. They just don't. I mean, that's a big. That ain't nothing but a big party in Nashville, and nobody wants to go home early from the party. Everybody wants to stay there and enjoy the party. So,
Well,
They wanna be playing
especially
on Sunday.
yeah, especially when if they are playing that Thursday night game and they know they got Auburn Friday afternoon at 12 o'clock noon or whatever time the game. They want Kentucky fans to see this game. They want that rematch, and they're wanting to get to Saturday. They're wanting to get to Sunday. Yeah.
The only time Kentucky fans are cool with missing church is the SEC championship.
Yeah.
hey, they okay with that, huh? You say
Once a year.
You say they
Yeah.
ask God for forgiveness, huh?
Yeah.
Because that game is at noon. That's on noon on Sunday. So yeah, they might excuse themselves from church a little bit earlier,
I have
or
went to
just
church.
cancel it.
I have went to the early service.
Yeah, just for that, huh?
Yeah, just for
Just
the
for
early.
Good thing
Yeah.
my church starts at 7:30, so I'm good.
When Kentucky is in the SEC championship.
Yep. That church is
8
full
o'clock
that day.
service.
Absolutely. We're going to be moving church services up today due to inclement weather. We're going to go ahead and get in and
Yeah.
get out. That's for
Ours
sure.
always started at around like 10:30,
Yeah.
and as long as there wasn't like a long prayer service,
Yeah.
4 or 5, passing around of the collection plate and all
Yeah.
that for the building funds and everything like that. Well, I
Yeah.
was like, we're going to be out here at least by 11,
Yeah.
11:15, and we
Yeah.
only lived about 2, 3, 4 minutes away from the church, so I think we was all right back then.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a
I would probably miss the whole first half.
yeah.
Go to
So
my mom and dad's church.
I know, right? You'd be like, "Hey, look, I gotta go. Hey, put that one. Hey, put that one finger up and walk out the
Better
door.
not leave church.
If I not leave church early.
Not leave church
Yeah.
for no
So
Kentucky game.
for real, right? Boy, what you doing?
Where are you going?
If you got an early service, you better go to that. But
Yeah. So-
so 11 o'clock church
Yeah.
service, you better not act like you're gonna walk up out of it.
Shoot, that's funny, dude. Well, David Enix said nobody going to be missing church this year. Maybe next.
Man,
yeah,
David just, I believe David just done gave up.
yeah, David.
David's the bad shit.
Oh
David,
no!
have
Come
you-
on, David. No, don't.
David
Wait, hey,
said- David
there we
said
go.
it's a
There we
done
go. This negativity.
deal. You say it's a
Yeah.
done deal.
It's a
Hey,
done deal, huh?
Stick a fork in.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's done. So maybe not, but if we win one postseason or in SEC or NCAA, I'll be better. It'll be better than the last 5 years. That's true. Once again, we just can't we just can't lose. And it was just how bad it was last year. Lose the first game in the SEC tournament, then turn around and win, and then lose the first game in
First
the
round.
first round.
Tell you what.
What?
Last year, a whole lot of teams would have lost that game.
The first round of the SEC or NCAA.
No, first round of NCAA tournament.
Oh yeah,
The way
against
that
Oakland.
do y'all remember the shots that dude was
Yeah,
hitting?
Oh, he
Do y'all
didn't
remember
take.
that?
He didn't take but 1, 2, and I think maybe
No.
that was free throws, wasn't it? I think every shot
yeah.
he took was a 3.
It
Think
was.
about the way he was just catching the ball and throwing
Oh.
that sucker up. Just it ain't
I
nothing.
think he might have banked them one that game too.
It ain't nothing you can do.
He was hitting every shot, man.
Nothing
Yeah.
you can do.
And we didn't adjust, bro. Like we didn't
No.
How
adjust to
you
that.
adjust? What you gonna do?
Hold on, man. Go out there and
What,
foul him or something.
what
You
was
know,
you gonna do? When he's
a little,
shooting
a little
35 footers.
hey, a little physicality to that game, wouldn't have hurt anybody. BC don't matter who else, nobody but Kentucky lost to a 15 seed. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Have a
you
yep.
right, but
So, Gus,
like I said, that
Yeah.
dude was on fire.
he was. Hey,
Yes,
JT, thank
he
you for
was.
joining, JT. Appreciate you, bud. Enjoy your time with your kids. Auburn pulled out their belt in our house and acted like they were spanking Brooke. Humiliation. Let me see if I can throw that back up there. David, this is actually what I played earlier in the video. Let me see if I can put that up there again. That's the video right there.
Yeah, man.
And
Boy, you like seeing it.
bro, they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hey.
There you
Hey,
go.
Look at that.
Hey,
They
you know what I mean?
spoiled. They look like they done did that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
that was
hey,
a practice. That like an end
Man.
zone dance. Yeah, there.
But
It look like you done did that before, boy.
But,
That's like
you
my
know.
mama used to whip me.
Yeah,
used to get into it.
Hold the back of the bag and grab the
yeah.
shirt.
Oh, we
Couldn't
got.
go nowhere.
Yeah,
Man, they knew what they were doing.
For real, they had that all under control. That's for sure, no doubt about that, man. That's legit right there.
Man.
So, well, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for being with me, BC and Jimmy Jam. Appreciate that.
there you go.
Damn.
He actually
Yeah,
changed
there
his
we
name,
go.
so that's cool right there. And thank you guys. Don't forget, if you just joining, what's your all-time favorite sports movie? The list was Rocky was one of the most, but there's so many that's not on the list that I actually showed the picture. So definitely, definitely put that in if you can. What was your favorite movie and everything? The Cats will be UK at 13 seed. When Kentucky at 13 seed? When this year in the SEC tournament?
Ooh, 13 seed.
Really?
13th seed.
Man.
In the
I'm thinking 8 or 9
Yeah.
seed.
no, well, I mean, you
In,
know,
in the SEC, yeah, in the SEC,
That's what
yeah.
I'm thinking.
in the
8
SEC
or
a
9
13 seed.
No,
don't
we
got
would be
13. I don't
No.
know. I was thinking an 8 or 9 seed.
8 or
In
a
the-
9 seed.
in the SEC, yeah.
SEC, yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm talking about in the NCAA tournament.
NCAA, it still
I'm
looks
think-
like we're
I'm
a
thinking
4
like an
seed.
8 or 9.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I think we
What-
fell
what
down one
seed?
line. I think we fell down to a 5 seed.
Maybe a
think we-
5 now.
I think we fell to a
5
5
seed?
seed. I think so. Right now it is, but I think tomorrow night, if I'm correct, or tomorrow it comes out with the new. I think it's top 16, and of course you can kind of fill in the blanks after that. Maybe
Yeah.
9 if we lose one of the next two. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose. I'm not gonna say that. We got to beat LSU, and I think, look, for me, before we go, if we can beat LSU and find a way to go to Missouri and beat those guys, I think the mojo that we get from that, I think we make a run this year. I do, because Missouri's playing great basketball. But
Yeah.
that Vandy just knocked off Missouri.
Yeah, they
Yep,
did.
Yeah.
in overtime. Yeah.
SEC.
Yeah, I mean it's
That's
that
the
kind of
year
year.
it's been.
So that's why it's as good as Missouri is, and as good as it's going to be senior night, and those guys are going to be fired up. They don't want to lose their last game of the season at home, to Kentucky. It's a bummer to beat Kentucky, because you get the best of everyone on that particular night. They just lost to Vandy, and this is no shade on Vandy, because they beat us, and we beat them. We beat them worse than what they beat us, but it's just when we play, it's bad.
Do you think Vandy's a better defensive team than Kentucky?
I think they are.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But we beat Vandy. We beat Vandy worse than they beat us.
Yeah.
Vandy, I think Vandy beat us by 10 points? 10, 11 points, I think it was. 10, 11 points. And we beat them by like over 20 points, didn't we? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's just, that's the story of the SEC. It is.
Mm-hmm.
How many seniors do we have? 100.
We got a lot.
That's the story of March Madness.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Any given night. Hey, Chris, ever so good. Hey, thanks for joining us as well. So, if Butler shoots the ball like he did against Louisville, that would be nice, too. But I don't want I don't want Butler to shoot like he did against Louisville against Louisville. Save that for Missouri.
Save that for Missouri.
Yeah, save that
or save that for Auburn.
He better start as soon as possible and keep it going.
For real, let it get hot.
And keep it going.
Yeah.
I thought I saw somebody said that his dad had made a comment saying he is about ready to take that brace off and not play with the brace. So I don't know that I would do that, but that's just what I thought. I heard somebody said his dad said he's about to take that brace off because it's hindering him more than it is helping him. But that's what I saw. I think it is probably, and it might be a mistake though.
Ooh, I don't like that, dude. I don't like that thought just yet. I just how you gonna remove something and you're not even 100%? But then again, with a shoulder injury, I don't look for him to be 100% for the rest of the season anyhow. So I guess it's never or now, or never. I guess, but I don't necessarily agree. But then again, I'm not the coaches, and I'm not his dad, and I'm not him. So I don't like I can jump through the screen and
Not the doctor.
Not the doctor, especially not the doctor as well. Definitely not him. I got my new phone. Definitely not him too as well. Yeah, and on KSR, his dad said, "Don't be surprised you don't see him without it soon." Oh, man. Well,
the thing is, he's still going to have to make left-handed layups. If you go up and somebody blocks that shot and hits that, it's going to come back and hurt that shoulder.
That ball and that resistance.
So I mean, if you got that pad on you or not, you're still going to have resistance. So I mean, I could see maybe him not wanting to play with it, but if I was me, I think I'd play with it. It might hinder me a little bit, but maybe it'd make me think a little bit different. I might need to have this on the whole time.
I don't know, bro. But yeah, I mean, I agree with Son of a Gunner. He knows better than anyone, and it's his shoulder. And if he feels like it's that time for him to take it off, you got to make your layups, Butler, because I think he missed three. I think he missed about
four.
Three or four layups.
Four.
Yep. Which he usually makes too, as well. Which he's really money with those layups. But there's something wrong there, that's for sure. But hey, we just gotta, we just gotta count on these guys being ready. We definitely gotta get this game against LSU on senior night, and let's just see what we can put together these next few games. I saw a comment on my TikTok account, and somebody commented that Saturday when Kentucky lost to Auburn, that was going to be their last game losing this year.
Well.
You know what I told him? I said, that's a bold statement. He said, well, I'm a bold. He said, I'm a bold kind of person. That's bold, bro. That's a bold statement right there. I mean, that's brave. I don't know if I would say that or not. Said they had to go, had it so tight on the first half, just wrap it instead of the massive brace. Definitely got to figure out where he is ready to compete.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement.
I would love for somebody on the team to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Other than a fan.
Yeah.
You guys remember a few years? It's been a few years now. But when Tim Tebow lost the ball game, and it hurt him so bad that he said, "You will never see me play a game like that again. You will never see me not try." And believe me, they just won the national championship that year. That's all. You know what I mean? He just wanted to win the whole thing.
It's the difference between somebody that is playing and has some control of the situation versus just a fan.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. No, well, yeah.
Yeah. Bad, yeah.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That is funny right there, man. Hey, I'm Vandy Chris. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I wonder if he can. Man, dude, I wish I could have him on. Chris, man, we gotta do a show together, bro. I keep telling you that, and I hope you take me up on it. So we could talk a little SEC basketball as a whole. This dude knows he knows he gets on my nerves, bro. But he knows his basketball though, and that's and that's what makes me mad about it, Vandy, Chris. But hey, guys, Chris, we're just ending, man. Everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. Tell him I got money. I'll bet him on that big bold statement for real, for real. Hey, what you willing to bet on it? Yeah. What you willing to bet on it? I bet you
want to bet, David.
I bet you somebody be like, that's a big statement, bro, to say that. I was like, well, okay, let's figure something out. We will, Chris, okay? Vandy, Chris, we absolutely will. I know that you kind of work a little bit later, so and then you have your shows on Tuesdays and Friday nights as well. Oh, man. Chris, what's the name of your show again, big guy? Oakland guard Jack Golke was on fire for sure. Yeah. He was lighting it up, bro. Man. Yeah, he was for real. Where's he? I wonder where he's at these days. Man, I wonder if he didn't. I mean, he didn't get picked up by nobody, but
he was averaging like 5 points a game.
No. You know, for that year, he only shot like, I think it was single digits of threes. I mean, anything other than a three all year.
Yeah. He averaged like 5 points a game.
No, he averaged more than that a ball game.
No. He was averaging like 5 points a game or something like that.
Well, yeah, he didn't get 5 against us. That's for sure.
No. I think he had 32.
Like I said, he was on fire.
Yeah.
And hey, you know what? And if they would have beat us in Lexington, they would have danced in our house too. So,
man,
he
didn't have to dance.
Yeah. No. His fingers did it. His fingers done everything.
On us. And was looking at the crowd like, what?
Yeah. So here's another good show you guys really want to check out, man. The Golden Broom Podcast, we now are on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. only. Had to do a little rebrand, and we're growing our following. Okay, so you guys are not doing Friday nights anymore. Is that right, Chris? Because they was doing 2 nights a week.
It's like a Vandy podcast.
No. That's just he's a big time Vandy fan. But he has a podcast to talk about a little bit of NFL. Okay. So it's a fun show. So so if you guys got a chance, check it out too as well. Him and Cody and George when George gets back as well too. Speedy recovery to him as well, but. Asked Mike, I told him I thought the biggest key against Auburn was going to be Butler, and Butler did not let me down. Those turnovers was killers. Chris, I don't want to talk to you right now, dude. I told you we're not talking right now. Okay.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
The biggest key was Kentucky was every player on the team. Everybody had to bring their game to beat.
They did, and he shot 70% of his shots from 3. I thought he was averaging like 12. I thought he was. That is correct. No more Friday nights. We cover we cover college baseball in depth mostly, but do talk all sports. George will not ever return with us. Wow, I talked to you about that offline, Chris, or not? Okay, I talked to you about that. Wow. But anyway, hey man, BC. Jimmy Jam, thank you guys for joining us tonight too. Please, if you haven't, smash that subscribe or like button. Looks like everybody in here has subscribed to the channel, which I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you can. Man, good show, man. Good show. Really, well, what about them cutting off the TV? It was messed up. They didn't something catch on fire at ESPN? I think that's what happened. I thought it was just my TV, but it was everybody's. Yeah. So, but I didn't want to watch the end of it anyway, so I cut it off anyway. I was like, that's okay. Thank you, ESPN. Now I don't have to feel guilty that I turned it off on my cats. So, I want to see them when they smile and not when they down. It just don't feel the same whatsoever. So anyway, thank all you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you guys. We will be doing a post-game show here tomorrow directly after the LSU game and UK game. So please join us again. Tell your friends, your families, everyone that you know to come check us out. Subscribe. As you can see, there's nobody in here from Facebook because I don't do on Facebook anymore as well. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. BC, Jimmy. Until next time, this is the Loyal BBN Fans Show. This is the crew. And we'll be back next time with 21-2 as well. So until next time,